Today I am visiting every single World Cup stadium in under 3 hours. There are 8 different stadiums being used at the World Cup. This is one of them, the 974 Stadium. We're going to be traveling to all of them. I've got 3 different challenges. Go to all of them in under 3 hours, get a photo, and do it around the world. 974 Stadium is done. On to the next. Start the timer. This is one of the more iconic stadiums. It's got a 40,000 capacity, and the first game is Mexico against Poland. I'm giving this a solid 8 out of 10. Very cool stadium. 1 down, 7 to go. This is very exciting. So we are at our second stadium, the Khalifa Stadium. Now, this one is special to the England fans because our first game is here against Iran on the 21st of November. It's gonna be sick. England are gonna win the World Cup. We're gonna win our first game right here. I'm saying 4-0. I'm buzzing for it. You know how I know England are gonna win? It's got the arc. It reminds me of Wembley, and we only win at Wembley, of course.
And Italy are the European champions.
This is actually where the Qatar national team play. I think the English fans are gonna like the stadium because there's so much open space around it, and literally the stadium is just there. We are winning our first game right here. I'm gonna give the Khalifa Stadium a 7 out of 10. It's cool. It's a cool stadium. It's not Wembley though. All right, 2 down. We've got 6 left. We're doing this absolutely rapid now. We've already wasted so much time, but these next ones are gonna be quick. All right, we're at the 3rd stadium. This is the Al Thumama Stadium. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. But this stadium is one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. So this one is actually designed based on like local culture. So the Gafia, I think it's called, it's like a cap worn by a lot of people out here. I understand how they've done it. It looks very similar to the cap. I'll show you a picture of that and then you can decide yourself. But I'm giving this a solid 9. It is a very cool looking stadium. So the capacity of the stadium is 40,000 and the first game here is Netherlands against Senegal, which is gonna be an absolute banger of a game. We're at the 4th stadium. This is the Al Janoub Stadium. It's actually designed based on Qatar's traditional boats, like the sails. Honestly, it looks more like a spaceship. This is honestly one of the craziest stadiums I've ever seen in real life. Beautiful, 40,000 capacity. I'm giving this a very, very solid 9 out of 10. That is absolutely awesome. One thing I forgot to mention about the stadium is it actually has a retractable roof. I'm pretty sure with the rules of FIFA, it's not actually allowed to be over whilst the games are being played. I could be wrong though. All right, so we've just met out with Derek, who's a football memorabilia collector. I think that's the best way to describe you. And you actually have a pretty cool fact about this stadium, right?
Yeah, so this is Janoub Stadium here. This was the first of the new stadiums for the World Cup that was finished. And also it's the game that Xavi played his last competitive game here, the Emir Cup final, which the Al Sadd actually lost to Al Duhail. But again, amazing stadium.
They lost 4-1, right?
4-1, yeah.
Losing 4-1 in your last game is not ideal, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of very cool matches at this stadium over the World Cup. The first game that's going to be happening here are the current holders, France, against Australia. That should be an easy win for France. So far, it's actually been like ridiculously easy to travel between all these stadiums. Obviously, the World Cup isn't on at the moment, so I'm assuming the traffic's going to be a little heavier, well, a lot heavier when the World Cup's actually on. But right now, getting to all the stadiums has been super easy. Okay, so we're at the 5th stadium now. We've got 3 left. This is Education City Stadium, 40,000 seat capacity. They actually call this one the Diamond in the Desert, and the first game of the knockouts is going to be right here. Very cool stadium. You know what? I'm giving this one like a 7 out of 10. It's not as cool looking as some of the other ones that we've had. Okay, so we are at the Al Rayyan Stadium. This stadium is very interesting because on the outside, you see all of those like little whirly things. They're actually lights, so you can basically put the different nations' flags on the edge of the stadium, kind of like the Allianz Arena. Very cool. Also, Wales will play all of their games here. More importantly, England are going to play their last group game against Wales. Could be a very important game. Fingers crossed we absolutely smash them. I'm sure we will. Absolutely awesome stadium, 40,000 seat capacity. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. And one last thing I forgot to say is Al Rayyan are going to play their league games here. Al Rayyan are a team out here. I think at the moment they're not doing too well, but they were one of the best, and that's where they're gonna play their games. Okay, so we've done 6 out of 8 stadiums. We literally have like less than 30 minutes left. We're about to get to the 7th stadium, and the 8th stadium is about 25 minutes to there, so we gotta be super quick. This one looks unreal though. All right, so we are at the 7th stadium, the Al Bayt Stadium. Just look how crazy that looks. Another culturally designed stadium. It's an Arabian tent. Have you ever seen a stadium like that? One of the most unique stadiums I've ever seen. 60,000 capacity, absolutely awesome. This is getting a solid 9 out of 10 from me because of how unique it is. Another interesting fact about this stadium that I was just told from Derek is basically the opening game is happening here. And for the first World Cup ever, the opening game isn't happening at the same stadium as the final. It's Qatar, it's different, we take it. Overall, insane stadium though. There are actually some massive games here. England against America, obviously we're gonna absolutely destroy them in that one. There's also Spain versus Germany and one of the semi-finals. So obviously some massive games are happening right here. So they literally have a McDonald's that is designed exactly like the stadium right outside of it. Madness. We have done it. Literally, look at the time. Stop. 2 hours, 55 minutes. We've made it to the 8th stadium. Lusail Stadium right there. We made it in under 3 hours. Unbelievable. Every stadium, insane. Look at that. This is gonna be the final stadium. This is the biggest stadium here, and look at that. It looks insane. This one is getting a 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it.